Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Co's video. Today I am bringing you a 15-minute morning yoga flow, and you're welcome to bring a warm coffee or a beverage to this stretch. You will not need any props for today's class, and this is just an easy flow that you can do to stretch yourself out in the morning, get yourself ready for the day, get your body feeling all limber, connect to your breath, and really rise up with your energy as you go to set out on whatever you have to do for the day. So without further ado, feel free to pause at any point throughout the stretch for a sip of your drink, and let's get started. So normally I like to start yoga with some breath work or meditation to really pull the concentration in. And this is a bit easier to do in the morning time because our brain waves haven't really risen to that point of high concentration just yet. So get into a comfortable seated position. You're also welcome to lay down. Just close the eyes, relax your palms by your sides or in your lap. And to begin, just notice your breath without changing it. Notice if your breath feels a little short, deep, if your inhales or your exhales are longer than the other. Is your breath reaching down to the belly, or is it sitting up in the chest? And slowly begin to stretch your breath a little bit longer with each inhale and exhale. Bringing the breath a little bit deeper into the bowl of the belly. Concentrating on the feeling of air coming in just at the tip of your nose and down your throat and back out again. And perhaps thinking to yourself or saying out loud, I'm grateful for another day with fresh air. Continue to sit with your breath, bringing it deep and exhaling slowly. As you settle your mind on the thought that this day is completely brand new. This day has never existed before. You may follow a similar routine or do similar things to whatever you did today last week. But it's a completely brand new day. It doesn't matter if it's Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, if it's a weekday or a weekend. Something that our minds have gotten used to being repetitive, as if it's happened before just last week. It doesn't matter the date. It could be the 13th, the 14th, the 20th. Again, as if our minds have gotten too used to the fact that there was a 20th of last month, or 13th of last month, or there will be one again next month. Just wiping all of those constructs away from the brain and remembering that this is a fully new and fresh day, never to be lived before. And with that comes fresh opportunity, new things to feel grateful for, and new memories to be made. So when you're ready to take on that fresh day, then take a deep breath in as you bring the shoulders up towards your ears and open your eyes. And then as you exhale, drop the shoulders. Doing this 4 more times. And again. And once more. And then begin to roll the shoulders backwards. Also, if you were laying down, then I assume you've sat back up, and feel free to just join in. You can do a couple shoulder shrugs and then just join in on the shoulder rolls. And then switch directions, roll the shoulders forwards. And then begin to bring some arm movements into it. So you can start with the elbows and then start to lift the palms and just create some organic movements with the arms. It doesn't need to be repetitive. It doesn't need to be circles. It doesn't need to be wing flaps, although it can be. Just creating movement, waking up the energy in your shoulders and arms and neck and back, or at least your upper back. And whatever calls to your body, just move in that way. And then wrap your arms around yourself, stacking one arm on top of the other. Give yourself a nice tight hug and tuck your face into your elbows. Take a deep breath. And then on the next inhale, open the arms out wide. Take a slight bend into the back, lift the chin. And exhale, stack the arms the opposite way. Same thing, give yourself a nice hug, tuck the head in, full breath. And inhale, open it back out. Swaying over to the right side, bring your left arm towards the sky. And sway over to the opposite side like your seaweed. Going back and forth 2 or 3 more times. Really breathing into the side of your body that you're stretching as you move. And coming into tabletop, so on your hands and your knees. And feel free to pause again, take a sip at any point. So bring your arms about shoulders width apart and directly below the shoulders, and same with the knees, about hips width apart, just below the hips. And starting with some cat-cow, so inhale, drop your belly, press the tops of your feet into the mat, lift your tailbone towards the sky and lift your chin towards the sky. And then exhale, push into the floor as you curve your spine up towards the sun. And inhale, release the belly, tilt the pelvis, lift the chin. And exhale, pull the shoulders back and away, push your spine towards the sky. And one more, drop the belly, inhale. And curve into the spine, exhale. Now walk your knees back a step, lift your tailbone into the sky and melt your heart towards the floor. And get a nice deep stretch in here, just like a cat in the morning. Full breath. And then leaning back forward, come down onto your elbows. Engage your core as you lean forward, and then rest first your thighs, then your pelvis, then your lower belly to the ground. Press your elbows into the mat, pull your shoulders away. Inhale, open your heart. And exhale. You can begin to lower towards the ground. Bring your left arm out onto fingertips and extend your right arm straight into a T, and then roll over, pushing yourself onto that shoulder, onto the right side. And come back, switch positions, coming to the fingertips of your right arm, extend into the left and roll. And coming back onto the belly, tuck the toes, place your hands below the shoulders, begin to push up into the chest, And then lift the seat. You can leave the knees lowered. And then engage the core and lift your knees, tucking your tailbone back towards the sky, melting your heart just like before, except this time your knees are lifted. Let gravity draw the heels towards the ground. You can take a slight bend in the knee, tilt your pelvis towards the sky, melt into the heart, keep a neutral neck, and bring your weight into all four corners of both palms, almost as if you can grip the mat with your fingertips. And take a deep breath. Begin to pedal into the feet by bending into the knees. And taking some body rolls by inhaling and pushing yourself forward into a plank. Exhale, tilt the tailbone back to the sky, back into downward dog. You can take 2 or 3 of these here. And you can do them very methodically, or you can really flow and roll with the body as you go. Following the breath, inhale into plank, exhale into downward dog. And finding stillness in downward dog again, shift your weight over onto your right foot. And inhale, draw up the left heel as high as you can go, keeping your pelvis parallel to the ground. Bend into that leg. Bring it with you as you lean forward into a plank and release that leg to the ground. So you're down on your knee and shin, and you can fully release the back leg and untuck the toe, but if that's intense, you can bend into the back leg as a modification for pigeon. Wherever you are, take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, lower above the front knee, again, just as far as you can go. You don't need to go all the way down. And take another full breath here. As you come back up, roll over onto your seat. So now you're sitting with one knee bent, one leg outstretched. And if you were in the pigeon modification, then as you roll to your seat, just pull the left leg out and straighten it. Then reach up and over as you reach for the foot or the leg. And rise back up. Bend into the left leg and extend into the right leg now. Reach up and over. And come back up. And now bring your hands to both sides of the left knee. And then we're gonna roll into pigeon on the opposite side. So if you're taking that modification before rolling, just bend the leg and then roll. And if not, your leg is straight and you're just gonna roll over onto the top of your thigh. And wherever you are, inhale and press into the ground. Exhale, begin to fold over, just stopping as far as you can go. Find your edge. Be with your body wherever it is today. And then rise back up, hands on both sides of the knee. Tuck the back toe so you're on the ball of the back foot, and push your pelvis off the ground first. Engage your core, lift that knee and bring it back, sweeping that foot towards the sky. And lower that foot back down into downward facing dog. Inhale and lean forward and release your knees towards the ground, walking them out as far as the mat. Lower your seat onto your heels and come into child's pose. So resting your third eye towards the ground. Taking 3 deep breaths. And then lift the head, walk the hands in so you're sitting on your heels. Bring your hands in front of you and lift your seat so you can tuck your toes behind you. And then push your knees up. So now you're in like a squatting position. Now you can stay here and press your hands together, bringing your elbows to the inner knees. You can also walk the feet out, which is going to bring a little bit more intensity on the hips as you come into a yogi squat. If this is intense, again, just bring the feet back together and lift the heels, and then work your way into this position as you stretch each morning. Pressing your elbows into the knees, palms together, open heart, straight spine. Take a deep breath. And then release the hands and lift the seat, coming into a forward fold. You can walk the legs out to the farthest edges of the mat or bring the feet together. And you're also welcome to bend slightly into the knees and inhale and exhale. Inhale, come up with a flat back. Exhale, fold back forward. And then as you inhale, rise up nice and slow, just like a sunflower, coming towards the sun, bringing your arms with you. Bringing them together at the top and taking just a very gentle back bend before exhaling and bringing your palms down to heart center. And then release the palms and give your whole body a little shake. You can tilt the head from side to side, get some arm circles in. Take some last few stretches and sips from your drink. And with that, I bid you adieu. I hope you all have an amazing day and that you enjoyed today's morning stretch. Let me know down below what you guys are getting up to, and feel free to come back to this class anytime you want to get a little stretch in the morning time. Bye everyone.